Hey everybody, Melanie and
Nick, you
for
living the crazy.
okay, we're gonna have a talk here. Give me a moment, I'm turning something off. Matthew has had a bit of a field day with our phones this past week. Okay. So Matthew, we have a seat. Let's chat. Is Great Wolf Lodge Sandusky ASD friendly? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. First, this place happens to be a lot smaller of a climate. Give me a moment here. Matthew, please calm down. A lot smaller, which means you have, it's stimulating, but you don't feel over the top stimulated. So, automatically, having fun. 2, I will be honest here. This hotel and their staff has been a few of the most accommodating places I have been to. I mean, with Matthew and Ian having a stim party at 5 in the morning the night before, to little things like, going on the Totem Towers, they have a safety rule. They have to, with our kids, we have to have one parent in the water to catch the kids as they go down the slide. Okay, even though my boys are strong swimmers, I still am very adamant being there. With that said, I told one of the lifeguards, my oldest son is autistic and he is a runner. Well, I was trying to keep an eye, make sure my oldest did not go into where the landing zone of the water slide was for my youngest. And I looked over and there is the lifeguards watching him to make sure he didn't run, making my job just a touch easier. So automatically, another bonus. We had a little bit of a plumbing problem this morning. All I had to do was call guest services, and the maintenance guy was here within less than 10 minutes to take care of said issue. Another bonus. Other things that they have done to make our trip here accommodating, up to and including when they moved us to a bigger room, they brought to our room, to our old room, one of these things to make the transition from the smaller room to this room a little bit easier. Everybody here at Great Wolf has been a bunch of the most accommodating, understanding, extraordinarily nice, able to make crack up at the mommy being a bit of a smart aleck. So I'm going to be honest here. Great Wolf Lodge is one of the most accommodating resorts for autistics. And I'm not just putting autistics, I'm going to put down in general a couple of the most accommodating for disabled. If you are following Living in the Crazy Lane to get a lay of the land before you go somewhere, here's a few tips. Just keep it in mind. 1, when you make your reservation, alert whoever you talk to. They will put it in the notes. Your child has, in our case, autism. In your case, whatever it is, from Down syndrome, Williamson syndrome, Angelman syndrome, whatever. Alert them your child has a disability. So 1, they take extra precautions. 2, try to keep everything on a routine with the days leading up to your trip. On the days leading up to your trip, try to keep everything in as best of routine as possible. Why? Because your kids are already counting down to something fun, And it's like the peak of a roller coaster at this point. So keep everything in a routine, but keep a countdown going. Next, if your child is like mine on the spectrum and they're doing like this, let me show you. Videotaping everything. And they're in the water park. Yes, this did happen yesterday where Matthew pretty much took my Galaxy and pretty much, while in the pool, started taking videos of going under the water. I'm probably not going to delete those videos. They were actually kind of cute. Get a waterproof case. Steve and I will post on here and on our Facebook page where to get the waterproof cases. They're only $10. $10. They work with both Android and with iPhones, so you're covered there. And what's nice about them, even if you're not a person who has a disabled child in your life, you just want to know where you get the case, $10, Amazon. Steve and I will put a link on both here, on somewhere in the comments on here and on our Facebook page. And possibly even our Twitter. I got to start our Twitter. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm still learning a lot of the social media stuff. I'm almost 37. Give me a break. Okay. Next thing for Great Wolf. If you are a veteran at going to Great Wolf, like Steve and I are. This is our third time at Great Wolf, second time at Sandusky, third time at Great Wolf Lodge in general. We went to Traverse City a few years ago with my mother-in-law. That's a longer story that requires alcohol. Okay, I know a lot of you moms are laughing. Okay, the wands for Magic Quest. You see the wands. Give me one moment here. Hubby is coming. Say hi.
Hey.
Okay, back to what I was saying. The wands. If you have already been to Great Wolf Lodge already one time, and you are going back, Magic Quest wands. These are only, if you have one of these at home, you can use them at any Great Wolf Lodge. You just have to pay for a game. That's it. So, you don't need to buy a new wand, you just have to buy a new game. That's it. And they get to keep the names and everything. Everything stays the same. This is Aiden's wand, Matthew's wand. They're good. Okay. Next. Paw cards, paw point cards. You can keep these. You can keep these and use them at any Great Wolf. Nothing has changed there. No, Matthew, you don't need to videotape my coffee cup. Okay, so that saves you a little money. Next, we only have a few things we weren't impressed with on Great Wolf. We had Hungry Like the Wolf pizza last night. And I'm going to say something honestly. We weren't impressed with it. It's that kind of heavy in all of our stomachs, and it was not... Aiden wasn't blown away. Matthew wasn't blown away. What tells me if the pizza is good is if it's gone within the next hour. We had leftovers, and we just got done throwing it away. So that tells me it wasn't the most impressive. What else? Thing about Sandusky's big Great Wolf breakfast, still awesome breakfast. But it is a buffet, but it's a buffet family style form of a buffet, meaning they bring the buffet to your table. Okay. Food's still amazing, so nothing against the food, but I did not really like it being family style. Especially with Matthew, first thing in the morning, is a stim eater. It took away a little bit of the control that I can have with going to the buffet and just having him take his own selection. But if that's the only issues we had, If those are it, you know what? Okay, so here is the answer. If you are a family with a disabled child, again, we focus on autism, but this is inclusive to any disability. Is Great Wolf Lodge friendly to disabled? Absolutely. Would would Great Wolf Sandusky be a good place to take your child who happens to be, maybe gets a little overstimulated, but they still want to do someplace fun? Yes. Sandusky is a very small venue, but it is an amazing one. It is completely rocking. So on a scale of 1 to 5 for Great Wolf Sandusky, 5 meaning everything was perfect, 1 meaning you don't want one, I'm going to give Great Wolf Sandusky 4.9. The reason why it's not a full 5 is the pizza was not the best. It's that heavy in everybody's stomachs, so. And, what else did I say? Oh, and just the family style form of a buffet. If that's it to complain about, that's minimal. Minimal.
I would say it's also more geared towards younger kids here.
Good point. Okay. Great Wolf Sandusky is geared towards younger kids. Keep that in mind. It's smaller. It's not as stimulating as places like Kalahari, or as maybe the Great Wolf in Cincinnati or Traverse City. This is geared towards, I would say, 10 years old and under, because there is one big water slide and a bunch of little ones. But hey, that big water slide is awesome. The hot tub is amazing. And the staff, again, gets the shout out for being just wonderful. Highly recommend anybody who follows Living in the Crazy Lane to come here. Next, before I forget, another tip. When you go on vacation to places like Great Wolf, Splash Village, Kalahari, even if you go on bigger vacations like to Universal, Disney World, enough said. Go to a grocery store, seriously, and get yourself your snacks. Because these places are kind of pricey. I am not kidding you with how much some of these places will charge you for food and all that. So, keep that in mind. You might want to get a bag or two of chips, maybe bring your own beer. We do. We just got done packing what's left. And keep that in mind. Now, this is Melanie. Matthew, do you want to get in the video? No?
That's a shocker.
There's a shock. He always wants to be in here. Aiden's, I gotta get a video of this. And this is going to the people who moved us yesterday. If you guys want to see something, our kids slept. Our kids slept and they are still tired. So this room was a hit. Mm-hmm. So to the staff from yesterday at Great Wolf yesterday morning, around the hours of middle of the night to about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Good call. Thank you again. Aiden, say hi. Say, I'm tired. Oh, we gotta show this off. There's a reason. Yeah, I went out of the claw machine. Do not ask how much I spent wasting my tickets on this thing. He would not shut up about it. Do you want him back? If anything happens to this darn toy, I will be furious. I will be furious. I was praying to God, please win it. I don't want to hear another OCD attack about that Paw Patrol character. And Aiden, I hate to tell you, you're too old for Paw Patrol. He really is. He's 8. We don't need Paw Patrol. I gotta get going because we're packing up, and then I like to kind of get the room kind of cleaned up for whoever comes in here. So this is Melanie and
Steve.
And where's my Melanie, Steve, and hey. And what's your name?
Thank you.
For?
Living in the Crazy Lane.
And where are we?
Girls Night.
Say, catch you later.
Bye.
Say subscribe.
Goodbye.
Okay, everybody. I will be posting links in there for the waterproof case on Amazon below at some point today. You guys have a fabulous day. Mad love to you all.